Flying Pig Marathon coming up. A local organization is putting together a team to raise awareness for epilepsy.
Jason Maxwell takes us through the lens.
We are preparing for our 1 in 26, running 1 of 26 awareness campaign. The 1 in 26 signifies 1 in 26 people will be diagnosed as having epilepsy at some point in their life. So we have 26 people who are living with epilepsy who will each be running a mile.
It kind of started, I was doing a 5K that was put on by the Epilepsy Alliance, and even though we had my son John, who was dealing with epilepsy and going through the process at the time, on this course I passed a sign that said 1 in 26 people have epilepsy or are dealing with epilepsy, and that number seemed shockingly high to me. A couple weeks later I was doing a training run for a different marathon, and just with, my mind tends to wander, and kind of made the connection of 1 in 26 miles in a marathon, and just thought about how cool it could be to have one person with epilepsy running each of the 26 miles of a marathon.
Somebody living with epilepsy could be your neighbor, your friend, a coworker. That epilepsy can happen to anyone at any time. My son John, he's really interested. He's a video game guy. He's really interested in tech theater. He was diagnosed in 2021. Tried medications for a couple of years. When the medications didn't work, he ended up having to do brain surgery. So he had to have 20% of his left frontal lobe removed. Since then, it's been that battle back of trying to catch up on what he missed. One of the things that people don't realize about epilepsy is there's the seizure, but then there's also the post-seizure phase where it really can make it difficult to learn and do the cognitive things. Couple that with brain surgery, there's a road back, and he's really far along in that process, but I think he just needs that spark of, hey, I want to do something bigger. The way we're going to finish is all 26 runners and their partners that ran with them are going to meet at mile 26, and they're going to run the last 0.2 together. And so I just think it's going to be this display of purple coming down to the finish, and really making a statement for the epilepsy community, the healthcare workers that have treated them, and most importantly for the runners themselves to see that they can do this thing that in the big picture is probably small, but maybe it's a launching point for bigger things that all of them will do later on.